don't get into LGBT issues that much. When the whole Target bathroom debacle was going on, I basically sat around with my thumb up my ass because I sincerely hated how we were fighting over who gets to unclog the septic system and where. I don't care. If you have to pee, go pee there. Wash your hands and get the fuck out. But when I finally saw the Justice Department was filing a lawsuit against North Carolina and vice versa, I knew I had to unpack this. Turns out, both sides are being dumb faces. North Carolina is correct in saying the states have a right to implement their own laws, but their reasoning over transgender individuals preying on children in bathrooms is not only unfounded, but ludicrous. It's a scare tactic. That being said, the federal government cannot really intervene and tell a state what they can and cannot implement. It's got to be up to the voters, and just because it's an unpopular and slightly ridiculous decision, does that really make it totally terrible and incorrect? I'd argue no. But my personality, job, and general interest in this sort of shit allows me to look at both sides of any issue. And as you can see, both sides have their own problems. Which leads me to this entire new exploration series I'm doing on the old tubes of you. And speaking of the tubes of you, I saw this video, Proud to Be, that was uploaded on June 21st. It seemed to be YouTube's response to the nightclub shooting. I had a weird feeling that it would be a misfire, and judging by the likes to dislikes ratio, I was right.
I identify as agender,
but also genderqueer.
Omnisexual, polysexual.
I haven't really figured that out myself yet.
It's not about a preference.
It's much more complicated than that.
Now allow me to clarify something in regards to the people in the video. But because I am an observant person, I'm gonna make a few comments that may sound a little harsh. The only thing I really fucking care about is if they're happy with themselves. Sometimes people need to do something big like this in order to proclaim it to the world. I get it. That's cool. It's good to have self-confidence and self-acceptance. But what I see YouTube doing here is sort of bringing to light all the different words people identify as. Words like polysexual, and genderqueer, and omnisexual, outisexual, and lots of different words. But I think they're just trying to pass this off as quote-unquote normal, in the sense of dealing with things offline. Sorry guys, but folks in the office are not as interested in your life as the internet may make you think. In the end, I'm seeing these as just words. I can't in good faith call these identities. I know some people may identify with these words, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are your sole identity. Humans are complicated things. We feel, we love, we touch, we cry, we cartwheel, we get mad, we become elated. We can do fucking anything we want except fly or shoot laser beams from our eyes. How you feel is important. But in all honesty, it should be only important to you. Because you're the only one who knows yourself better than anyone. Is it your job to dictate to others how they should feel about you, or should you give them reasons to feel positively towards you? People will say things like, "It's 2016, why are you erasing us?" Well, why are you adding more and more words to define who you are? I'm not erasing you. I'm looking out for my own damn self. And I know I can't keep up with this demisexuality, girly girl, femme, motherkin, polyamorphous, dating, dumb, ray, romantic, gender questioning, queer bait, fa la 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 la, hark hear the bells bullshit long enough to even erase you folks. If you want to chat about it, I am all ears. Other than that, sheesh. The fact that sometimes you like to dress girly and other times you like to dress manly, who really in the end gives a fuck? Dress how you want, I don't care. You're a guy who loves the dudes? Fuck yeah, go for it. You're a chick who wants other chicks and dicks? By all means, feast away. Who cares? I mean, your parents might. Your pastor might. Your work might. Your friends might. Society might. But maybe not. The key word there is might. And I see that as a big problem. You don't really know what another person is thinking unless you ask. And from what a lot of people were saying in these clips, it seemed like a lot of the things that the quote-unquote other people are saying about them really doesn't come from other people, now does it? Let me give you an example. I saw this tweet a few days back where I saw this weird little message to brown-eyed girls. Like, I'm sorry, no one in my entire life has ever called my brown eyes ordinary, except for one person. Myself. As a kid, all I've ever wanted was to have blue eyes. I hated my eyes. I thought they were ordinary and boring. But yet every single guy I've been with, at least 50,000, they've told me about my bedroom eyes and how dreamy they are, and I have no idea what the fuck that even means. But maybe, just maybe, some of the shit we tell ourselves bleeds out into how we perceive other people see us. Maybe people aren't saying this stuff to you as often as you think.
People look at me differently.
You're gorgeous, you slay, but...
What are you really? What were you when you were born?
Are you bisexual?
Where do you stick it? Do you got a dick or not?
You weren't born a woman.
Are you serious? Like,
It's not fair to anybody.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, but no. I cannot believe that the folks in this video get up every morning and are immediately inundated with other people trying to figure them out. I believe people have been dickholes to them in the past, but the way that they're speaking about it, it's as if they don't get a moment's respite away from the prying eyes of all those anonymous internet faces. I don't buy it. That's what leads me to believe people are taking a lot of the comments about them far too seriously. I investigated plus-size model Tess Holliday, who's on the Daily Mail every week about firing back at the fat shamers. So I checked her Twitter, and I saw no comments about her weight. The last time I saw that was from a few people calling her fat after she tweeted, and then deleted, a comment about gun control. How is this something that requires a weekly piece on her? If she's overwhelmingly receiving positive comments, why is she, dare I say it, focusing on the negative? Because guess who else tells us not to focus on the negative? Pretty much all of Tumblr. All of these internet feel good about yourself but don't change things that you should probably consider changing about yourself groups that plague all corners of the internet. I have to fight back against that because I believe self-reflection is a beautiful thing. And not calling attention to things that affect your health and fucking sanity can be detrimental to all aspects of your life. I know we're really deep into roast culture and it's cool to say dickish things every so often. But when we get to the heart of these issues, don't be a dick. If someone is raging to you about how
All white people are racist, all men are misogynistic, all cisgender people are transphobic,
look at them as someone who is just hella confused right now. They need a wake-up call, not a never-ending roast. And I think people may take things too far sometimes and turn out to be downright insulting. And that I'm never going to find cool. But I think that that's just a reaction to being done with all these safe spaces and such, because you can't silence someone forever. I think YouTube had some really good intentions here, but it fell short. The tagline should have been about being you, but in the end it was more about making sure you know people identify as different genders. Okay, let me just break this down for you really quick. Biologically speaking, there is only male and female. But psychologically speaking, I believe that there's a lot more gray area. This is why people say harsh things like, transgender is a mental disorder. I mean, technically they're not wrong, but I think it's just the stigma of mental disorder being so strong. From my understanding, transgender means you know in your fucking soul that you were born in the wrong body. I've tried to imagine myself with a big swinging Italian sausage, and I just can't. Because if I had to label myself, I'm cisgender. But that's only a teensy tiny little part of what makes me me. And I believe that there's an increase of transgender individuals who are tired of feeling like they need to be labeled or given special treatment because one time someone was offended. They just want to live like the man or woman they know they can be. So in this way, I'd argue a video like this would actually harm those people instead of boosting them up. A lot of these little internet movements, these little hashtag thingies, they're just temporary feel-good placeholders. It feels good being a part of a group and making everyone happy and hugging and slapping high fives. But there is a time and place for that. Making a video and promoting a hashtag in hopes to end violence against gay people?
I am so proud.
I love myself.
We will love one another.
And now is a time where we need to say no to the hate, to the violence.
This won't scare us back into the closet. We will be seen, and we will be heard.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that may have fallen a little flat. Proud to be making videos again. Thanks for watching.
Normally I didn't wear the coat, but I wanted to make myself appear much larger than I was. Oh, you fucking idiot. This was a strategy I learned